In this video, we are going to show you the perfect itinerary for Vienna, the imperial capital of Austria and the most elegant city in Europe. One of the questions we get the most is how to build a logical itinerary in a metropolis that overflows with gigantic palaces, world-class museums, and an infinity of historic cafes. Many people make the mistake of spending only 2 days in the city, thinking that Vienna is just about seeing the cathedral and eating a chocolate cake, and end up missing the chance to dive into the art of Gustav Klimt, to stroll through the vineyards on the banks of the Danube River, or to attend an unforgettable concert. Vienna requires strategy so you do not waste hours in line at the former imperial residences and to take advantage of the public transportation, which is one of the best on the planet. To see the absolute basics, focusing only on the historic center and the summer palace, you need 3 days. But to explore the art palaces, relax in the historic amusement park, and take short boat or train trips to the neighboring valleys, and even to another country, we recommend 7 full days. That is why we have prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary with the best of Vienna and its surroundings, so you do not waste time. So let us get started. What is the best time to visit Vienna? The city is a spectacle in any season, but the weather greatly changes the pace of the trip. The best time by far is spring and autumn, especially the months of May, June, September, and October. This is when the days are long and pleasant. The immense palace gardens are colored by flowers or golden leaves, and you can walk without melting from the heat. Summer in July and August is the high season. The city boils. Thermometers easily reach 95 degrees Fahrenheit and tourists invade the squares, but it is the perfect time to enjoy the outdoor bars on the river canal. Winter from December to March is very cold and gray, getting dark early. However, if you go in December, Vienna hosts the most beautiful and sophisticated Christmas markets in Europe, filling the streets with lights, impeccable decorations, and the sweet smell of mulled wine and roasted chestnuts. And how many days to stay? The number one mistake is treating Vienna as a quick stop of 1 or 2 days. The recommended minimum is 4 full days. The ideal is 7 days to experience the city with the calm it demands, sit in the cafes without rushing, and take day trips to enchanting settings. Now let us get to the day by day. Day 1. The arrival and the Imperial Heart. Arrive through the modern Vienna International Airport and take the S7 urban train straight to the central region. The trip takes about 25 minutes and is very cheap. Check in at your hotel and begin your exploration by walking through the historic center, the majestic District 1. Go straight to the main square to admire St. Stephen Cathedral. The Gothic church is gigantic, and its roof is a work of art covered by more than 200,000 colorful tiles that form the coat of arms of the empire. Walk along the exclusive pedestrian streets called Graben and Kohlmarkt. Look up and admire the sumptuous buildings that house the most luxurious stores in the world. In the late afternoon, walk to the facade of the Hofburg Imperial Palace just to see its grandeur illuminated at dusk. For dinner, it is time to taste the absolute classic. Go to the Feigelmüller restaurant and order the famous breaded veal cutlet, which is pounded until it gets so thin and large that it always falls off the plate, accompanied by a delicious potato salad. Staying in a good region will make your trip much easier. The strategy in Vienna is to stay close to subway stations or electric tram lines and as close as possible to the ring road that surrounds the center. The first option, and the most noble, is the historic Center District 1. You do everything on foot, live surrounded by palaces and cobblestone streets, but prices are the highest. The second option is the Neubau Neighborhood District 7. It is the young and artistic neighborhood full of local shops, modern cafes, and is right next to the museum quarter. The third option is the Leopoldstadt Neighborhood District 2. It is across the river canal, is a very wooded area, houses the city's large park, and has excellent hotels with more friendly prices. The fourth option is the Wieden Neighborhood District 4. A super elegant and residential region perfect for those who want to escape the tourist crowds. We created this personalized map that explains exactly which is the best region. Staying in the historic center or in Neubau, you cannot go wrong. We will leave here on the screen code and in the video description the link to this map. We created them on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices and free cancellation. And remembering that in this link below, we always organize everything you need to set up your entire trip for the lowest price. The sites we use to build our trips, and that have everything much cheaper, such as an international virtual cell phone chip, to have internet on the street, travel insurance with discount, which is mandatory in Europe, skip the line tickets for imperial palaces, classical music concerts, good and cheap hotels we have already stayed at, and the global account to carry dollars, saving a lot on fees. Save this page in your favorites. Day 2. The grandeur of Schönbrunn and cafe culture. In the morning, take the subway and go straight to Schönbrunn Palace. This was the extravagant summer residence of the Habsburg dynasty. The Yellow Palace has hundreds of rooms. Take the internal tour with the audio guide to see how the emperors lived in indescribable luxury. Spend the rest of the morning exploring the immense, perfectly designed gardens. The effort is worth it to climb the hill to the Gloriette, a building with Roman arches at the top, from where you have the most majestic view of the palace with the city of Vienna in the background. Return to the center in the mid-afternoon to experience the Viennese cafe culture. Choose the stunning Café Central with its marble pillars and live piano or Café Sacher. Order a mélange, the traditional frothy coffee, and try the authentic Sachertorte, the famous dense chocolate cake with apricot jam filling. At night, put on your best clothes and go watch an opera or a ballet at the Vienna State Opera. It is one of the most beautiful and renowned performance houses on the planet. Day 3. The movie library and the artworks. Start the day by returning to the Hofburg Imperial Palace, the winter residence. The unmissable attraction here, besides the museum dedicated to Empress Sissi, is the Austrian National Library. The State Hall is impressive with wooden shelves from floor-to-ceiling frescoes painted on the dome and marble statues. It looks like a magic movie set. Have lunch at the Naschmarkt, the most famous street market in Vienna. There are dozens of stalls selling everything from oriental spices to fine European cheeses, as well as delicious small restaurants. In the afternoon, cross the street to the Museum Quarter, an immense cultural courtyard. Visit the Leopold Museum to see the impressive works of Austrian painters or the Museum of Art History, which besides the rich collection, has an interior that is a true architectural masterpiece. Day 4. The Golden Kiss and the Ferris Wheel. Take an electric tram and go to Belvedere Palace. The complex is formed by two Baroque palaces, separated by a beautiful sloping garden with lakes and cascades. Enter the upper palace to visit the art gallery. The great hidden treasure here is the collection of artist Gustav Klimt. Come face to face with the original painting of the Kiss, which shines under the light because it was made with countless leaves of real gold. In the mid-afternoon, cross the city towards District 2 to visit the Prater. It is a gigantic public amusement park, but the atmosphere is almost nostalgic. The attraction you must go to is the historic Ferris wheel, built at the end of the 19th century. You enter red wooden cabins that look like old train cars and have an incredible panoramic view of Vienna. Have the famous roasted pork knuckle for dinner at the traditional Schweitzer House restaurant located inside the park itself. Day 5. Crazy architecture and music in the parks. In the morning, escape the traditional and go visit the Hundertwasserhaus. It is an apartment complex built by a visionary artist who hated straight lines. The building is all crooked, painted in vibrant colors with wavy floors and trees growing out of the windows. It is a wonderful break in the seriousness of Viennese architecture. Keep walking until you reach the Stadtpark, the city park. The place is crossed by a charming river, and the great attraction is looking for the golden statue of composer Johann Strauss, playing his violin, the most photographed monument in Vienna. In the late afternoon, head to the banks of the Danube Canal. The area is full of modern graffiti, and in the warm months, dozens of beach bars are set up there. It is the perfect place to sit in a canvas chair, drink a cocktail, and watch the locals relaxing. Day 6. Day trip to Bratislava. Take advantage of Vienna's strategic position and go see another country. Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia, is just an hour away. The best logistics is to take the fast catamaran boat that travels through the waters of the Danube River itself, or simply take a direct train. Arriving there, the pace is different. The old center is small, charming, and restricted to pedestrians. Walk through the cobblestone alleys and have fun, looking for the famous bronze statues hidden around the city like the worker coming out of the manhole. Climb the hill to visit Bratislava Castle, an immense white building shaped like an upside-down table, which offers an incredible view of the border between the two countries. Return to Vienna at the end of the day. Day 7. The Wachau Valley and farewell. Reserve your last day for a luxurious rural experience. Take a train ride of just 1 hour to the Wachau Valley, the most famous wine region in the country. Get off in the small town of Melk to visit the Melk Abbey. It is a colossal yellow monastery built on top of a cliff, which houses a church covered in gold and a library fit for royalty. Then the classic experience is taking a boat cruise on the Danube River, crossing the valley, observing the small village's ruins of medieval castles and vineyards planted on the steep mountains. You can get off at the village of Dürnstein to taste the local white wine made from the Riesling grape. Return to Vienna for your last night and have a traditional hot Apfelstrudel with vanilla sauce for dinner in an elegant pastry shop. An important tip that will save you a lot of time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and imperial palaces well in advance. On the spot, it is always much more expensive, and Schönbrunn Palace works with strict entry times, forming huge lines and selling out the first time slots very quickly. We will leave in the screen code and in the description the link to the site we always use to buy tickets and tours for the lowest price. It is the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Everything at the lowest price, and you can buy in any currency and guarantee your spot easily. An important tip is about daily transportation. Vienna S system is one of the best in the world. Buy a pass for 24, 48, or 72 hours. It is valid for subways, buses, and the incredible network of red electric trams. Just validate it the first time you enter and ride unlimited. Avoid renting a car to stay inside the city. Traffic in the central ring is complex and parking lots charge absurd hourly rates. Quick gastronomy tips. The breaded cutlet is mandatory, but remember to order the original made of veal. The Sacher chocolate cake divides opinions for being a bit dry, but the tradition of eating it in the original hotel is unmissable. Also try the delicious street sausages at the small stalls scattered around the city called Würstelstand. Ideal for a quick, cheap, and very high-quality snack. Mandatory documentation for international tourists and safety. Visa. Most Western citizens do not need a visa for tourism for up to 90 days, but always stay tuned because Europe will start requiring the electronic authorization soon. A valid passport is essential. Travel insurance. To enter any country in the Schengen area, like Austria, international travel insurance is required by law and must cover a minimum of $30,000 in health expenses. Private medical care there for those who are not residents costs a real fortune. Immigration is strict. We never travel without it, and in the link in the description, there is the comparator we use to pay less. Safety. Vienna is one of the safest metropolises in the world. Walk through the well-lit streets at dawn without fear. The only point of alert are pickpockets in crowded tourist squares or busy subway stations. Otherwise, it is absolute peace. And how much does it cost to eat? Austria is an elegant destination but has affordable options. Eating the famous veal dish in a classic restaurant costs around $25 to $30. A fancy afternoon coffee with cake and a creamy coffee will not be less than $15. However, the sausages at the street stalls cost in the range of $5 to $7. And what to do at night? The Viennese night is not made for insane parties. The focus here is culture and classical music. Dressing well to attend a concert is the golden rule. For those who want to socialize, the neighborhood known as the Bermuda Triangle in the center is the labyrinth of streets where pubs and bars are concentrated. During the warm months, the banks of the Danube Canal turn into the best outdoor club in the city. If you liked this detailed itinerary, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much and safe travels.